The red pill is bullshit. I mean, when I'm talking about the red pill, I'm talking about the red pill community on YouTube, all these channels, Tribe of Men. It's not bullshit as in the points about female nature are correct. The ideas that kind of led to it, it's kind of an anti-feminist movement. Those are correct. I'm not talking about whether it's correct or not. What I'm referring to is the fact that the red pill community is based on the blue pill. What I mean by that, if you watch Andrew Tate, or if you believe any of these influencers, any of these, any of the black pill's bullcrap too. All of it's bullcrap. All these pills are bullshit. Like they're people, and the MGTOW's also bullshit. Everyone is coping with a tough situation they have, and no one wants to face the fact, especially on the male side. I think we're in denial. We want to go back into our sect. We want to go back into our little group, and we want to just go talk to other men. Oh man, look at me. Oh, I'm not getting with women. Look at me. I'm all dependent. I have all my stuff, and that's great and all. But the whole thing with the MGTOW, why it's going to fall apart, why it's not sustainable, and why we have to acknowledge the fact that we biologically, whether we like it or not, as men, we have to acknowledge that we need women, and we have to reproduce. And giving up on reproduction and not having children and giving into this concept of, I'm independent and alone this is the exact problem. This is what the feminists are pushing, and it's just another version of that. We don't want that. And it's not, I'm not saying be blue pilled. I'm not saying I think simping is the biggest issue. I think the women have so many options because of simping, and that's not changing. Statistically, I don't understand this whole, there's all these statistics that are being thrown out with a lot of these videos. It's like 99% of what, you'll see them everywhere. 99% of men give up on women, or you'll see a lot of these videos, and they always have the same thing. Like 80% of men are virgins and want nothing to do with women, and women are be crying in these videos, and it's always like the same crap, and it's always like people reacting to like a woman like crying on a camera, like, why can't I find a man? And like, while it might be true or might not, it might be, like I said, I don't know how true these videos are. I don't know. I can't even tell what's true on the internet, like, because there's so much misinformation, and it creates this false reality of like coping with men, or like red pill, black pill. It's like, oh, well, I'm just not going to be with any women. I'm not going to reproduce. Like, that's not a success. Like, that's not success. That is not the direction we want to go. Like, and it stems from the fact that our culture is so that we have abortion. Okay, we have like a way to basically do things with women without consequence, and this is the real reason abortion needs to be banned. It's not because, well, it is because, frankly, it's murder, and it is wrong, but it's not only is it wrong because of that, but ethically and morally it is wrong because it takes away consequence from both men and women. There should be consequences for our actions when it comes to relationships. That's just flat out the problem. You take away consequences, you take away any type of accountability for both sexes. And that's what I'm trying to say, is like, I think there should be accountability for women, and I think there should be accountability for men. I think like our relationships are important. They literally facilitate the family unit. Like, if we don't have consequence for sexual relations with each other, then it really takes the point, it makes a sacred bond that has existed for thousands of years. Like other animals don't kill their babies. Why do we? Like, other animals aren't like, oh man, I'm gonna just, like, you don't see pigs going, oh man, I'm upset that I impregnated this, you just don't see that in nature. These are heavily unnatural, evil things. Not only they're more, it's like the reason that we must ban this is because it is bad just for everyone, not just for men, not just for women. It's really bad for women too. Women don't see how it's bad because they don't really understand consequence. consequences exist in life for men. They exist whether we like it or not. And the thing with abortion, the reason it is not, it needs to be banned, is because it strips away consequence from everyone. It makes it where, you know, having intimate relations with a woman is pretty much meaningless, in my opinion. And it's like, because of the fact that you can have a child when you have relations with a woman, is this is a mature way of looking at the world. And unfortunately, we live in, a weird time where people aren't really experiencing consequence, and why it's a blessing. Consequence is a good thing, because it makes it also where relationships, like just ending your relationship, getting married, like there's consequences to everything. And while the effects aren't being felt yet, like we don't really have that consequence quite being felt, like all this leftist crap, all this woke crap is going to really hurt things in the future. It's probably going to hurt things more than people are saying, oh, global warming, no, it's going to be hot. No, this will be worse. Because if you can't even tell what gender you are, if you can't even have like basic, understanding of, what's wrong and what's right, that's a much worse thing than global warming, or whatever stupid leftist crap, whatever stupid leftist propaganda narrative that is out now. Because the fact is, we need to go back to a kind of a moral society. We need to go back to modesty. We need to start getting rid of this. All this degeneracy is just destroying everything. It's just ruining everything. It's making life really hard for just average people, because people don't really know what's right and what's wrong, because they're being taught wrong.